HopCast.
All right, thanks for joining us once again, everybody.
As usual, I'm Chmielewski.
My name is Ken Hunnemeder, and our very special guest, the esteemed
Pete Crowley. How you doing?
Pete Crowley is the brewmaster over here. We're at Rock Bottom, the Chicago location, in Grandin State.
We're down in the dungeons.
We call it the inner sanctum. This is where drunk people go to get drunker.
As you can see, there's plenty of kegs. These don't happen to be filled, but there's plenty of.
But they could be by the end of this cast.
But we may fill them up and empty them again.
It's been known to happen down here.
Pete has won many awards. Is very established in the community, the brewing community. So it's very nice. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
We just wanted to kind of spotlight one of the breweries in Chicago and the beer establishments in Chicago. This is one of the places that everyone kind of like puts on the map when they're coming in Chicago, especially from out of town. They're like, all right, where's the place to go? This is one, Rock Bottom.
We've been here for 14 years. We have produced around 3,000 barrels annually for 14 straight years, so we're one of the larger production brew pubs in the whole country. All of our production is actually consumed inside the building. We have very few outside taps. So basically, the other breweries, brew pubs that are as high volume are very high in production and outside of the building. So I would say we're the busiest in-house brew pub in the whole country.
You're not bottling it.
No, and we have a couple of small draft accounts around town. So everything is consumed here at the bar, back facility, or on the rooftop here. We've had a very good run the last 3 or 4 years. It all started with actually a guy you can't see over there, Brian Shimkos.
Shout out!
Yeah, there he is. And since he was brewing here, we started winning a whole bunch of medals. And since his departure, we got a new guy with me, David. We've been winning everything we've entered. So we've had a really great couple of years. Last year we entered 5 competitions. We won gold or first place at all 5. It's the only time for me in my 15 years has ever happened. So last year was a great year.
Congratulations to you on that one. So cheers.
Cheers. Not so great for the old economy, but pretty good for the awards. So.
And then Brian's over at Flossmoor.
Yep. Brian, who you can't see. Another shout out. He's at Flossmoor Station Brewing Company now. Just started there a month or so ago.
Another staple in the Chicago area.
Yeah. So we got a good group of folks here in the Chicago area making great beers. This particular location is in an old building, as you can kind of see, hopefully. Pretty much 150, 180-year-old building. It's a little historic. It's falling down around us. But,
has that been a challenge to deal with then?
Yes. When it rains, basically this entire basement floods.
Wow.
Keeps the floors clean.
That's true. It's true.
That's good. But you guys are here tonight. We tapped our Double IPA.
Yes, that's the event that brought everyone out tonight. It was a good showing.
We have about 250 drunk people upstairs right now.
Yep.
Ran out quickly.
Yes.
It was delicious.
9.5% alcohol, and I was surprised that we were able to drink that much that quickly. So I really hope that everyone's taking CTA home this evening.
We can't really advise or advocate the drunken driving, so.
We can't advocate drunken training.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
fine.
Absolutely.
As long as someone else is driving.
I normally, during the tapping nights, I used to live much farther north. I live downtown now. But I used to hop on the red line, and I would basically go all the way to Howard, and then all the way to 95th, and then all the way to Howard.
Falling asleep, huh?
And then I would get off my stop. And miraculously, it was 2.5 hours later, and I was at my stop. So it worked out every time.
Like our friend
Except, normally I would get off, and the door wouldn't open because I was going the other way now. So that door would open. Get out this side. But so that was kind of my MO for many tappings. Now they cat me $4 a night. Right. 8 blocks, and the best is it's like 8 blocks here. So, so I give him the address, and the cat's like, "You want to ride?" Trust me, just drive.
Well, speaking of the competitions that you've been entering, Brad over here is drinking the Neil Diamond IPA. Which
Neil! Caroline! Ba, ba, ba.
I think we both first had it the night of Living Hills, just a few weeks back. It was on my top 3. I'll tell you that right now.
Appreciate it.
That was a delicious offering you had. And I am drinking the Fire Chief.
Okay. It's funny, we brew this beer, so only people that love hops will enjoy this beer. We brew this beer, so everyone in the universe enjoys this beer. So we actually joke, this is the beer that brewers don't drink, because it's brewed for everybody. It's very clean, it's malty, it's drinkable, right. It's a session beer, you can drink 12 of them. You know, it's that beer that your grandmother would love. It's supposed to be super drinkable.
The reason I picked this one out is because you have kind of like a thing going on where part of the proceeds go to charity.
That's correct.
So, and that goes to the Chicago Fire Department?
The Muscular Dystrophy Association, MDA, 25 cents for every pint.
I was completely wrong.
And then, it's the firefighters' charity.
Oh, okay.
It's their sponsored charity. So they come in, they've been passing the food. We did a chili cook-off. We've done a lot of events where we raised thousands of dollars for the MDA, and it's a charity that all of the Rock Bottoms have been doing every year for 13 years, and we've raised a ton of money nationwide.
Fantastic!
It's really, really cool.
And if you're familiar with other Rock Bottoms, they all have their own food master, correct?
Yeah.
So
all own recipes, own everything.
Beers.
And even the fire chief's different at every location. Okay. It could be an amber lager, it could be an Irish red, it could be an IPA, it could be anything.
So beers have the same names, but they...
Yeah, unfortunately, we try and confuse people by using the same name, and then we get pissed at them for not understanding. So, yeah.
Does that run havoc on like
kind of
beer advocate where they're reviewing beers and they're like, I didn't taste that.
Or they're like, I've had that one, I'm not going to try it again. It's like, no, you haven't had it. It's totally different.
Try mine, dude.
But we are officially getting away from that. So,
okay.
We hope actually by the end of this year that even our house beers will all be renamed. So,
very cool.
It's just confusing and it's silly.
And it's certainly not just house beers here at Rock Bottom. You have things coming out every week.
Yep, every week. Right now we've got our IPA, we've got our Double IPA, which is 98%. You guys were drinking that earlier. I'm pretty sure that a couple of buddies of mine might actually sleep together tonight. They're both dudes, and they pretty much love each other right now, but tomorrow morning they may not. Double IPA will do it too. You can edit this out, right?
It's 9%, but the Imperial Red's 11%.
Yeah, the Imperial Bourbon Imperial Red's out. That's 11%.
That was like 2 months ago.
I got a barrel aged version. It's actually from 07. It's been in the bourbon barrel for a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
That's on tap now. We got our Irish American Stout. We got our smoked porter coming out on Monday. So we got this Belgian Double. We actually fermented raisins and molasses in the fermenter. We pureed, and that's actually kind of a funny story. I don't know how much time we had, but the chef didn't tell me that the seal on the floor mixer was bad, and we had this huge brown floor mixer, and so I took 20 pounds of raisins, 20 pounds of molasses, and about 10 gallons of 200-degree water, and I put it in the floor mixer to grind the raisins, mix it with molasses, and get it all liquefied so I can actually pour it all into the fermenter and ferment the raisins and the molasses. Sure. Well, he didn't tell me the seal was bad. So I'm standing there with my hand on the button, and I feel my crotch wet. And I look down, and from my belly button to my knee is hot molasses raisin mush. And I look, and it's around the entire kitchen. Wow. Because the seal on the bottom of the blade spun was bent. So the entire kitchen, about groin high, was raisins and molasses. And all the guys that were prepping, all across the house, all the way around. And so we decorated the entire kitchen with molasses and raisins.
Very good.
So I'm sure the chef wasn't happy with that.
Yeah, and the walls and the backs of the cooks. Yeah, so
probably something you got to get fixed. Yeah.
So basically, there were a lot of folks involved with that particular beer, and it's delicious. So it worked out.
Well, everything happens for a reason, right?
Doing great stuff. So what's besides the Rock Bottom beer? What's another beer that you're going for, or you love, like this brewery's beer besides Floss Morrison?
Obviously,
I can't stand Floss Morrison. Watch just hated that part.
We're trying to get him next.
I have been extremely pleased with a couple of breweries locally. New Holland is making some great stuff. New Holland's been putting out some great beers.
Out of Michigan?
Yeah, from Holland, Michigan. I was actually just out there last month, and their hospitality and their overall, they're just amazing folks. Making some great beers. Founders, been really happy with the Founders coming out. The new husband and wife team at Metropolitan.
Doug
and Tracy Hurst. Their lagers have been delicious. They're doing a great job. I think they're really filling a niche that has been void for a long time.
That's true.
So many places it's all about the white and real stout, barrel aged, and they're really actually they're coming in there. So they're making great stuff. The guys at Half Acre, they're up and running now. They've been doing press batches. I'm looking forward to Half Acre's beers.
Do they finally have a facility now?
Yep,
They were
Park.
in Michigan.
Lincoln Park.
Yep, they've actually
Excellent.
made a batch of beer. They're going to be making everything there eventually. They're on their way. They're getting close.
They were contracting out of Wisconsin before, yes?
Yep, that's correct.
So yeah, that's great that they're bringing it back into town.
So Chicago's brewing community is growing. We have had some brew pubs close in the last few months, unfortunately, out in the burbs. But we have some more production facilities and some more breweries opening, so it's balancing out. I think Chicago is still a really strong brewing community. We are all friends. We all share everything. We're all in it together. You know, I've heard a couple people tonight being like, "Oh, the competition," and we're not competing. We're on the same team. We're competing against Bud, Miller, Coors. You know,
No wiser.
But it's true. I mean, we're trying to get you to the consumer to purchase a handcrafted beer and not waste your money on water.
That's what's great to find out when you start like going to these events and stuff. You learn how you're going out to this different place and other guys are coming in to try your beers. It's just a great tight knit community that you guys have going.
Well, the fun
You
thing
got Flossmore right here.
I got beer right here. If you go upstairs, you can grab your growler if you want to. It's right inside the jockey box. And I'm just telling the brewmaster for the Baltimore Station Brewing Company to get a beer out of my beer cooler.
He was going to walk all the way upstairs.
But the funny thing is, like, even tonight, we got Flossmore Stations Brewer, we got Doug and Tracy from Metropolitan.
Yes.
They're all here. You know, we all hang out.
That's great.
I go to their breweries. It's a great community, and it's the only industry that I know of that is so open. And we kind of are competing for the same dollar, but we're so great to each other and so happy with each other, and we do everything with each other. We're always willing to, lend hops, lend yeast, kegs, and it's. I don't know of any other industry. You wouldn't see that in the auto industry. You wouldn't see that. It's. Even in like fast food, everyone's a secret recipe. We're like, you want the recipe? Here? There you go. So we're very lucky, and it's the reason why I think so many of us have stayed in it so long. There's a lot of old timers, 10, 15, 20, 25 year veterans. They just don't want to go anywhere else.
They love what they're doing. So.
Well, it's been so great having you on. I'm so glad you came to let us do this and have some of your really wonderful beers.
Hopefully you can hear everything.
Yeah, hopefully the audio's okay. But definitely come out to the Rock Bottom. It's like a spotlight location
Right
in
off the
Chicago.
Grand Red Line stop.
Seriously, right off. And they're still open. There's construction, but they're still open.
We look closed, but we are definitely still open.
And it's getting warm. The rooftops opening up.
Yep. We had it open for St. Patrick's Day. We were jammed up there. It was great.
There's no better place to be in the summer and have a beer. It's on the rooftop up at Rock Bottom. So definitely come out. This man is doing some really great stuff. So
thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining the HopCast.
Cheers. Cheers, you guys.